Q. How Face ID was set up. A. It learns from human face, just like normal. Q. Were you able to use the mask to unlock the iPhone immediately after freshly enrolling the real face? The reason I ask is that, according to Apple's white paper, Face ID will take additional captures over time and augment its enrolled Face ID data with the newly calculated mathematical representation. Can you describe precisely how you went about conducting this experiment? A. It does not matter whether Apple Face ID learns new images of the face, since it will not affect the truth that Apple Face ID is not an effective security measure. However, we knew about this learning, thus, to give a more persuasive result, we applied the strict rule of absolutely no passcode when crafting the mask. Q. Can you explain why your hack worked but similar attempts, like Wired magazines, failed? A. Because we are the leading cybersecurity firm. It is quite hard to make the correct mask without certain knowledge of security. We were able to trick Apple's AI, as mentioned in the writing, because we understood how their AI worked and how to bypass it. As in 2008, we were the first to show that face recognition was not an effective security measure for laptops. Related links can be found at the end of this writing. Q. How did CAT develop the mask? For example, why you use silicone for the nose, why 3D printing for some areas, while special processing for others, etc. A. You are right. Many people in the world have tried different kinds of masks but all failed. It is because we understand how AI of Face ID works and how to bypass it. As stated above, we were the first in the world to show that face recognition was not an effective security measure for laptops. Q. Is 3D creation and printing difficult? A. Not at all. It is quite simple, will be even more simple in the future. We might use smartphones with 3D scanning capabilities, like Sony XZ1, or set up a room with a 3D scanner. A few seconds is enough for the scanning. Here's an example of a 3D scanning booth. An easier way is photograph-based. Artists craft a thing from its photos. Take the nose of our mask for example. Its creation is not complicated at all. We had an artist make it by silicone first. Then, when we found that the nose did not perfectly meet our demand, we fixed it on our own. Then the hack worked. That's why there's a part on the nose's left side that is of a different color, photo attached. So, it's easy to make the mask and beat Face ID. Here, I want to repeat that our experiment is a kind of proof of concept, the purpose of which is to prove a principle. Other issues will be researched later. Q. Are the dimensions of a person's face needed? How would those be obtained without a target sitting for them? A. The first point is, everything went much more easily than you expect. You can try it out with your own iPhone X. The phone shall recognize you, even when you cover half of your face. It means the recognition mechanism is not as strict as you think. Apple seems to rely too much on Face ID's AI. We just need a half face to create the mask. It was even simpler than we ourselves had thought. Apple has done this not so well. I remember reading an article on Mashable, in which Apple told that iPhone X had been planned to be rolled out in 2018, but the company then decided to release it 1 year earlier. This shows that they haven't carried out scientific and serious estimation before deciding to replace Touch ID with Face ID. The second point is, in cybersecurity, we call it proof of concept, which is useful for both sides, the hackers and the users. The hackers, they can find out a simpler way to exploit users' device based on such POC. While with users, if they know about such possibility, they will not use the feature to keep themselves safe. Just like the crack attack, it is not easy to be successfully exploited, but users are urged to update the patch ASAP because the threats are real. With Face IDs being beaten by our mask, FBI, CIA, country leaders of major corporations, ECT, are the ones that need to know about the issue because their devices are worth illegal unlock attempts. Exploitation is difficult for normal users, but simple for professional ones. Q. What technologies and techniques were employed to make the 3D model associated with the 3D printed portions of the mask? A. We used a popular 3D printer. Nose was made by a handmade artist. We used 2D printing for other parts, similar to how we tricked face recognition 9 years ago. The skin was also handmade to trick Apple's AI. Q. What's the approximate cost of the mask? A. $150 United States dollars. Q. How long did it take to construct the mask, including the time to develop 3D models and other assets associated with its production?